Greetings, everyone. This is me again. Continued on this topic for Shias. Was Prophet Muhammad lost or astray? So, showing you the mistakes and mistakes that the Shias have made in evaluating, defending Prophet Muhammad when there are contradictions and some Shia. Yeah, I thought I'd come last time to steer my conversation and I get involved in this reading deeply what's behind this person, right? Asking me, why am I not a Sunni then? So when I'm doing a session on Shia Islam, or an ayat where the Shias have made a mistake in showing them, someone comes and asks me this question: why are you not a Shia then? A Sunni then? Why are you not a Sunni then? So, you know what's behind this? I could perhaps there was some fear behind this, or they want me to explain. Like, and sometimes I've come here on um, against point against Shia Islam, and I felt an obstacle, like an energy that doesn't want me to do this, stronger than when I come for generally all Muslims, showing contradictions in Quran. I also get from I feel like this thing, I can't give you evidence, but I do feel so. There's some Shia obstacle stopping me, some Shia force or something. I felt this. And maybe there's this, insecurity in the Shias, some Shias, that if she's doing this session to help the Shias, or that the Sunnis will start some insecurity against their own Muslims who call them kafirs and don't consider them Muslims, right? And so I have to say this that now before I start this, that please, uh, the thing is that I've already done many live streams on contradictions in Quran ayahs, between Quran ayahs, and I don't want to do much on Sunni Islam, against Sunni Islam. I'm doing against this, over and done with. I might, like in between, I might tell the Sunnis that you're wrong in this, but there's a lot of ample evidence given by Christians, evangelists, apologists against Sunni Islam. There's not much against Shia Islam, even and by the ex-Muslims. I've got to say this, ample evidence, right? So I hope no Shia feels insecure. Sorry, I have to say this. Um, and a very clever person is wasting his time coming here, and with this cleverness, his intelligence against me, and to kind of, okay, you might not believe that, or I don't have evidence enough. I could be suspecting him wrongly, and then I become the hostile person, aggressive when someone asks me a question. So he starts to say that I do that with everyone, every Muslim who asks me a question, right? Uh, on this topic, on the topic, or steering me not on the topic that I am on, but every Muslim that comes here and asks me a question, I'm hostile. So he knows this, that this is not the first time I'm doing this. Perhaps he's that I'm hostile, or I asked a question. Okay, so he put it this way. that I'm hostile. I asked a question. He asked a question, and I answered him in a hostile and aggressive way. So I'm petty. And this one time, or if, so I should know how many times I've done this. When I, uh, when I tell people to cooperate, there's this something inside of me. I can't hold my patience. I get angry. I don't mean to be hurting someone or hostile or aggressive, but if I can see honesty in you, I will, I will bend. I will touch your feet. I will thank you if your question is honest and you really have come here not to just put me down and falsely accuse me and use my weakness, like some have. So this person, I also, yeah, before I forget, I banned this person, and now I can't unban him, right? So his name is, he comes here, but he came here for the first time. I'm not sure about this also. Like, you see, if the Muslims, I have not found a Shia Muslim honest and brave enough to come here and, this, so ask me and go with me. Like, it shouldn't be into like a question that is not on the topic. It sounds very, that sounds dishonest, like, and like laughing at me like Jafar Muhammad, I think, and they're using also the recent, um, I exposed someone here and using my weakness and everything against me. Right? So it shouldn't matter to me. But the thing is, when I was normal and I could take it, I wouldn't, and this energy inside not hurting me, I could then walk away from people. I've not argued with Sunnis who have argued with other Shias. I had a chance to go and join my friends. When the argument took place, I didn't go. I deserted my Shia friends. So on one hand, feeling guilty, and on the other hand, I don't like to argue about things on religion, right? And this shouldn't become a matter of I am right and you are wrong, right? The thing is, can we do it in a manner? I may not be able to uh, all the time explain myself in every live stream. Maybe this live stream, it's coming to me like this. So can we do? Can we? I Can there be a way where we can not make it like you know? See, for me, that if I put myself in this person's position, like if someone, like, I look at myself from the outsider, like let's say I was a Shia and someone was doing this live stream, right? I would first listen to it before asking any question, and then I would ask a question on the point or on the topic of that live stream if I found something here which I did not agree to, or I felt they were contradicting, or they were not explaining, they were not representing the Quranites, or they had misinterpreted the Shia side of it. Or so that's how I would start here, not the way like this person came. Just in my previous live stream on the same topic, but I didn't put four Shias first. I just put, was Prophet Muhammad lost or astray, right? And then now this one is a continuation, and so I've put here four Shias, especially for Shias meaning. So I I see, and I also look at like what would an honest person ask yourself? What would an honest person, upright, who is a sincere truth seeker, or wants to know truth and should be doing if they want to know the truth about their religion, like we, the Shias, have the right uh, given by our religion. I was told that we can do our research and all this. Would a person just come here on a different topic, steer me to a different topic? That could happen in many other live streams on YouTube, but I don't consider that appropriate or honest, right? So I'm in this on this topic, and they could have. So they're they're like recently, and even before, like there are people who the way they ask questions, they've become. I can. It shows a very clever way of asking. Like to say that someone. Now I don't want to give that example, so I'm thinking of another example. I was like, where has this person learned this kind of cleverness, intelligence from? Like the way they're asking me, like, why would I do this? Why would I say this about you? Right? So if I went and told the other person that, look, they're saying, why would he say this about me when he has also said things against me when in anger or drunk, right? And he becomes a different person. So I asked him to give me an answer direct, like yes or no. I realized he's been doing this with me. He's learned a lot of cleverness here. I don't know whether I somehow blame either it's the independence they got and they had grown up, but not really, and earning money, independent, more, when you get that power, abusing the independence they have got. Now the growing up, grown up, we're grown ups, but this should not be the way of grown ups to hurt people and be so sly, right? See, I this person, one person, okay, uh, A, I had a problem with, and I had a problem with B too. But with A, I thought he would help me and all this, and and I forgot the past, and I was like, okay, A, B also I have a problem with, and he has said some bad things about to me, not only about me, but to me on my face, right? So like मैं उठा के तुम्हें लेके जाऊंगा, like I'm going to kidnap you, take you, and उठा के लेके जाऊंगा. It's like in English, I'm going to steal you or उठा के लेके जाऊंगा, right? So this came as a shock to me, like back in when we lived in Karachi and depended on my father financially. This person, younger sibling of mine, would never say this kind of a thing. It's come out, you see. So compelled. So then, okay, I've had a problem with A also, A sibling and B sibling, right? So the A sibling recently told me that when I called him, so he received the phone and he said, everyone says they are fed up of you. Oh, yeah. And then he said, "You are very bad, very bad." But he said, "Everyone has told me." I think not that everyone says, sab kehte hain." No, no, he said, "Everyone says." So I said, like, you've, so it was like, everyone says that we are fed up of you, right? So that means that people have come to him and told him that we are fed up of Zahra, right? I said, "Please tell me who has told you or where have you found this out from?" So I asked my S, my BAB. Oh, did I? So I asked B, right? Have you told me? Because they're in touch, right? And they're going well and all this, no problems, but hardly meet. So they hardly meet each other, right? So it's on WhatsApp or something. That's what I've heard, right? And I'm saying this because he says, "Oh, whenever we talk happy and all this." So I wanted to ask him, when was the last time you invited him, your B sibling, to your apartment, your place, and when did you really have meet each other and have a talk, right? On WhatsApp and all this is something different. So no answer, right? Just that we talk happy when we talk. But do you ever meet him? Recently, have you met him? How many months has it been that you have met him? Or have you given him your flat to, have you shared your flat with him when something wrong happened? This whole thing will come out then, right? Is it could not, people could be using the recent thing and from the English, written English. I may be wrong, but it may not be. I'm not sure. I need some help, like YouTube, someone who knows YouTube can this person. Or they said that we're going to, I'm going, or no, no, he said the S sibling said that I'm going to tell those two who have messaged me because you've exposed my number and my picture. So they have contacted me. The Pakistani, and the Pakistanis are radical Islamists, and I'm going to tell them, so that's right, to I'm going to, no, no, I'm going to give them all your numbers and all your pictures. So threatening me, if you don't remove this, my picture and my number that you've given out on social media, your groups and all. I said, I don't have groups, but wherever on your criminal things, I'm going to, and you're very bad, very bad. So, okay, back to the point. What was the point? Clever, very clever answer was given to me on that by my B sibling. They're both younger to me, by my B sibling, right? And I've seen and I've experienced it. I don't know. I think that this is a very clever way of answering someone. It's not even diplomatic, and you can be diplomatic with someone who, like, I really, oh, I'm not that clever in these kind of things, right? But with your sister, shouldn't be like that. So, just a minute, please. So, um, I either it's this place or the way the attitude is of people or what, that they've been very clever, the politics in the family, and he's been taught how he's learned to um, give me such answers in such a clever manner, is whether it's here, the family, the people, and the workplace, that, or it's just simply independence and becoming, getting so much money and independence, and they're abusing their independence and all this, right? And they're using that against me. Even when I've apologized to them, that if I've done before, whatever I did to you here, this, I can't say it clearly. So I am sorry, and if I'll try, let's try to, I'll try. And it's been complicated for me because, the moment in my life there's been something, and when I've tried to do good and be good, something's happened and made me angry and all this, or whatever, how to say that. So, anyways, back to this. I have to. I feel I have to explain myself. Like, what is the underlying fear? I'm thinking it's also, it's fear also, and it's. I don't think I have. I shouldn't be. I tell myself I shouldn't be fearing people. When you want to do the right thing, and you had the right intentions, and you want to, good intentions, and you want to, not the right thing, but the good thing to do for people with clear intentions, clear conscience. Conscience. I mean, in Urdu we say niyat saf. My grand aunt used to say niyat saf. Now that means clean intentions, good intentions, manzil asan. In Urdu we know this. So with this, and when my grand aunt passed away, and when I had this problem being wanting to do this with good intention, something, it would backfire. And I'd say, Mimi, to my grand aunt, like, Mimi used to say, Niya Saaf Manzil Asan. Seems like my manzil is not Asan, but Mimi's, Mimi never, Mimi just used to say, don't, to someone if they, not to make me open my mouth. I never saw her getting angry or some great person by the grace of God. If she was a Muslim Shia, and she would like me to say this, right? By the grace of God, nothing good can come from without without God giving it to us according to Islam. Okay, now I haven't finished that. Sorry, I apologize. If you can, please bear with me. If you don't want to, you don't really need to do this. Come be here and join me. I appreciate those who do come here and join me. So, what was it? So I felt that if, see, this person, my eighth sibling, it's easier if I use the name, but so I'm struggling for it. Eighth sibling, recently told me over the phone that people say that they're fed up of me, right? And pagal ki bachchi and all this, but people say that they're fed up of me. So I said, please tell me, at least tell me, but who are these people? Who are these people? I didn't say, please tell me. I said, who are these people? Right? So he wouldn't give me the names. And since he's in touch with, oh God, thank God I found the way to say it. Since he's in touch with this brother, uh, the B sibling of ours, right? I thought maybe he has told a sibling that people, since he said, yes, I told the B sibling also this, that please help her out and all that. Later on, much later, after many uh, messages I was sending, building my case in this way. So I thought the B sibling had told him, he's not giving me the answer, A sibling. Who told you? At least tell me, give me one answer to my so many questions. You're just going on blaming me, blaming me, blaming me now, accusing me falsely. I'm bad. Okay, and another thing he said. So, anyway, so I called. Oh, yeah, it's on the thing. Sorry. On the answer given. So, my B sibling, right? Was like someone security. B sibling was like I asked him. I said, "Did you tell?" Because the A sibling was not giving me an answer. Who told you that they are fed up of you? Let me then see what is the problem. Is it the? I mean, how can they on Facebook? Those who are following me can say that we are fed up of her. Who can say they are? I'm not even in touch with any of the family members. If they're fed up of me mentioning all this here. So for that reason, what reason? Because who are you in touch with? Who do you keep in touch? That family members or what? So and the wrong that has been done and the negligence, and they're not coming to help me, right? Or listen to me or and this. They won't even do this because of ex-Muslim now more. So who are the people? All the people are fed up of you, and they have all the people are fed up. How do you know that? Please give me that answer. So I asked the B sibling, have you, because he's in touch with the B sibling, have you told him this? So he replied, why would I say this? Right? At first I was like, I replied to him later with this reply of B sibling. I messaged him on WhatsApp. But then I realized that it's wrong to say it this way, right? Because why would I say that? A yes or a no would be better, because there are times you have said this, and you have said about another person also who was abusing my father's family members, right? And you told me they are fed up of her abusing them, right? So this, okay, I have to go now. Got a security call. Security has called me, or I'll just pause. It's very difficult for me to come live here. I'll be calling them. Yeah, I'm sorry to keep you waiting here. Thank you, but thank you for waiting. Oh God, so they're not picking the phone up. They're not answering me. Just 2 minutes ago they called it. Now when I call them, they're not answering. So I realized, oh, I'd forgotten that this person replies in a very clever manner now, recently. So they would say, so if I said, he's saying, why would I say that? Would mean that he's never even told me that I would, मैं मैं तुम्हें उठवा दूंगा या मैं तुम्हें, like that. Now I've even forgotten that word by word phrase he put on the WhatsApp some years ago. Okay, so this, मैं तुम्हें उठवा के, मैं तुम्हें what was it that I said earlier on, right? And now you could think I'm lying because I can't remember it. It's my condition. And for my case, yeah, I'm also scared. Like I'm not like, I'm like, how can people do this? In cases when you go to the court or something, and if you start doing this kind of a way, answering this kind of a way, um, and putting the blame on me, like, yes, oh, look at her, she's sending so many messages. If, let's say if these people had a case with another person, right, and they could do this to him, gaslight and all that. Isn't this called gaslighting? Isn't this unjust in an unfair manner? Like the lawyer would, it would not be right? Like then, like then he would know that I've lied to him about B, saying that, you people, like now again, bringing the siblings and saying, you people do this to me, you have done this to me wrong, and whatnot. You don't even listen. I don't want to talk to Abbas about my B sibling about this. And sorry, the names come out as much as I want to hide it. So I can't say it in the way that people want me to say it. So I'm scared here also, like someone wants to trap me. They can very easily do it. Some the Emirati, Loy Macedo said that some Emirati wanted to frame him and all that. I mean, if and being schizophrenic, or still don't have that full faith in my country's, my father's country's laws. All right, that I mean, there are cases where people have been framed and accused for just not Loy Macedo, I think. Someone was saying that just not they get offended. If they get offended by you in some way, then they can frame you and want to put you in jail. I don't trust the law here completely, although it's much better than if in Karachi, Pakistan, right? But still, I don't trust the law completely, and it kind of, again and again the ground is leaving my feet, right? This I don't trust this country completely. So, like, yeah, it is safe and all this, but maybe not for someone like, right? In many ways. So this, and when I see something good, and I feel happy. I feel proud of my father's country. This is what they're doing and all this. This, yes, but I can't completely trust anyone, even my country, my father's country. So this, and I'll call it my country. Sometimes I call it. There's a reason behind this. I don't call it my country, but I would like to call it my. Let's see what happens. Uh, I can't right now call it. So these things they can hold against me, and like territory. Sometimes I can't let it be, in the sense that allowing them to do this to me. So is this right if allow? Is the I don't think it is right, right, to answer someone like this in a situation. It's better to have a yes or no answer. Give a yes or no answer. And many things, thinking. I'm a deep thinker. I go into the problem trying to, because many reasons. I'm like this. And I like to get to the very cause of the matter and in detail and see to it that no, not a slight bit of injustice is done to someone. Or when I'm saying something, or to cover the whole thing deeply. Okay, so I'm going to, what else is there? Oh, I felt that it wasn't right. This kind of answer was a very clever answer. Like, why would I say this? But you are capable of saying many rude things to me, and you have said it. And another thing was that someone wanted to, I felt someone wanted to kill me, and I had to on Facebook say, appeal to my government, my father's, this and that, and talk clearly on that, right? And it was really terrible, worse than before. I was becoming so weak, so weak. I mean, I can't just talk about this. And I thought I would the topic, like, I say, like welfare and Islam. So I don't want to be like, start talking when the topic is not on this, right? But before I get on the topic again, I want to a little bit with this. So people, Muslims coming here, and I don't know who they are. I think, what shall I do? Shall I ask them to give me their names instead of, why would a Muslim and a Sunni Muslim, uh, come with a different name? Like, I think YouTube should allow real names instead of, like, if you have a, okay, if you have a group, or if you have a, sorry, if you have a firm, a company, and then we should know your name and all this. This it should be transparent, at least this much, right? I don't know. So I hope that, because then a Shia can come and uh, portray it as a Sunni, any such things. So this now, please, I don't know how to appeal to people. So I'm not forcing it. That's why I haven't. I've, okay, I ruined someone's reputation here. And like I was thinking, I was saying about the also a very personal matter, but it was to shock. I had a shock when I came. I was looking at this thing and it looked like a gel, right? I'd gone out and come back and I was living someone's place and I said it recently, so it looked like a gel, like a white aloe vera. And I have this complication that I've also got a force, a bad one, okay, a very bad one, but I've also got maybe this force is acting like a good one too and trying to get me in trouble. Like I don't have evidence, and then they've possessed me to a certain extent, so they won't let me move, and they'll bring the past back, and they'll tell me that, this, what you saw here. So, and then it gets what you saw there in the past. It was this, and the person was trying to shock you, and the person wanted you to go back home. This is the first time I heard this, right? I was shocked, but I was not sure whether this was what thought, what I was like, thinking it was on the mattress. It could have been a gel, for God's sakes. But at that time, I was like, sperm? I could have been wrong. But recently, when this happened they told me that this was sperm and they were not letting me now get up and all this. So a little talk on this, but I don't know, maybe 1 hour, and then I'll start with the topic again. Uh, so the force is not letting me get up or move. Sometimes I can move my hands, but if I want to get up, they won't let me get up. But since I'm talking, I can move my hands. But if I do have to do something important with this hand, right, like end the live stream, they won't allow me to do that until I give in to what they are saying and saying. But then again, question them, and again they have to stop me, and they've got me. So the uh, treachery in this world, and so it could be an evil force doing more evil against us. Like now they've taken that part of since recently I had a fight with this sibling, and they've taken a very old case where I was shocked when I came home. But, I never could imagine this. It could be a gel, and I'm looking at it. And I was disgusted. Although this sibling of mine had given me his room, and he was sleeping in the lounge, and at that time he had a girlfriend in Dubai, and they're telling me, oh, but it might be completely wrong, and I'm not getting any like right now. When they make me angry, someone makes me angry, right? Or I get angry because of, uh, then they can, of course, the enemy can bring certain things up and make me believe that this is the person who's doing this to he's the evil one, and they can go that far and make me believe in certain things which are not true, adding fuel to the fire. You get it? What I got? What I'm trying to say. Sorry. Oh, so like in Karachi, I was saying, oh my God, these are shocking times. Even in London, certain things happen. And I was saying, oh my God, maybe this is the Mahdi's time, and I've seen Imam Sahib Zaman in my dreams. Oh my God, these are end times. Sahib Zaman is Mahdi, right, for us, 12 years. Oh my God, this is Qayamat is it Qayamat Kubra, like the great Qayamat, the great resurrection. here on earth. Not Qayamat al-Sughra is like when Imam Mahdi disappeared in occultation, and when he'll come back, and there'll be a when he comes back, there'll be a Qayamat is when, or maybe when Qayamat is Kubra, the great Qayamat, the great comes. It will be when he comes or before he comes with this Qayamat Sughra and this Qayamat Kubra. So I was saying now the Qayamat Sughra is the small Qayamat, the big Qayamat Kubra is the big Qayamat. And help, I guess asking forgiveness, it wasn't enough from God. And God, please, if you want to, uh, if you can't forgive me for a sin I've committed in my past life or anywhere, unforgivable. What unforgivable sin? I haven't murdered people. People, murderers, rapists have been forgiven sometimes. Like I've asked for it, even when they haven't. Oprah Winfrey show or somewhere where Donahue or which show that, or even on YouTube the long time ago. Trying to remember. Like someone has said, I forgive my rapist, or a movie, maybe not. Yeah, no, 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 that was real life. I was like, this person is great. I would never be able to forgive a rapist. Amazing person. This is a great person. So people have, what crime have I committed that is unforgivable? And that I haven't ask forgiveness for, or you can help me, by doing good service. Because keep if my karma, like even from Hindu side, we have this karma, so it must be her karma. So like which sin have I committed that I haven't repented for, or that you could give? Can you give me a chance to, like, this guy, like in the Indian movie, he does something bad and then he realizes his mistake, and so he goes and he does good to that family. He becomes the son is taken from her or murdered, or got him, or he had to do some duty, or some, or even he was a criminal, and then he came out of it, he realized it. So we can I was thinking, telling I have sorry um I have been telling God for the longest time now that my bad karma, okay, if someone is uh, trying to get the karma and they're hurting me, right? By hurting me, they think that they can also, get me back. But but I would say if they want to hurt me, whatever I've done in the past life with them, that is so unforgivable, right? I took their the most unforgivable thing is rape. All this is there, but causing one of the greatest unforgivable thing is that separating loved ones, right? Breaking hearts, just separating loved ones. Maybe on my principles, religious principles, I separated someone, or that is unforgivable. Like separating loved ones, or stealing a loved one. Someone else's boyfriend or something. If I've done, someone else's husband. I've done adultery with in my past life. Because in this life, I know I haven't done that. So, like, so what I ask God is that may I, uh, may you give me the chance to, uh, like, do good. Like, in this movie, uh, दुश्मन दुश्मन जो दोस्तों से भी प्यारा है. So he goes and he makes up. So I told God, okay, don't forgive me if I've done something which is unforgivable. Dushman movie. No, Dushman, Dushman. What movie? What's the name of the movie? I only remember the song. Okay, so in this movie, Dushman. So I can go, I really don't forgive me. And also, if I've done bad, let's say I've done bad to my siblings, that is unforgivable in the past life. This life, I asked for forgiveness and I said, I'm not feeling well, please understand. So they wouldn't, they wouldn't forgive me, I guess. So I could do good, like repair, instead of keep on hurting each other. Like, okay, you did evil, so this in this life evil will be done to you. What you did to me in that life, I will do that. You can do that to me, but may God find me patience. Like, I had to ask for God's help. I did that. I did evil. I separated them. May they come together in this life, and may I, if they're hurting me, may I never say oof to them. Let them hurt me because I've done. May I understand that I've done something in my past life to them, right? And give me the thing to, the chance to help out. Like this, what do you call it? The words are not coming. Can you make it in this life so that I would do this? Dushman. To make amends. What do you call them? What do you call? What's the word? To make amends for my wrongs, rather than create more. Like if this person I've hurt, then and if the karma is going to get back, right? The sin is going to get back at me. Okay, then may God find me patience. May I take it. May I not even complain to another person. May I say thank you, God. I'm glad this happened. This person was rude to me. This person was disrespectful. They're getting back what I did. Their it's karma. I should understand. So when I was well, this was my prayer, my wish. And I make up for the whatever bad I've done to people. May I in this life do good to them, even as they are being bad with me. Knowing, okay, so the karma is on from their side, but from my side, may I not say, like remain patient, not say anything and back to them. They're hurting me. They can kick me. They can, like Sri Ravi Shankar ji said, right? Be humble as like the grass. So if someone even pisses on you, or urinates, sorry, on you, you don't say anything. Just be like grass. I haven't been able to do this, and you know what? In what I did recently, and I should understand that these people are ignorant and they want to disrespect me, and they don't even. It's like it's like this movie also. Another thing, like Phenomena. What's his name now? the actor. I movie. So he had some problems, and they wanted to research him. It was phenomenon. What's his name? The only way I can quickly search for this name. Who came? The one who came in. So he didn't want to go to the hospital or for scientists to research him, and so he wants to. So as a mentally ill and even with cancer, if I have, I'm unable to go and get my. I've got my blood right, but I just have to now the blood test. I have to go to the doctor to ask, can you check what is this? Because the hospital didn't tell me. They've just given me in their language, the medical terms. What is the blood count? This, that. Maybe there. So I need to go to the clinic or a hospital doctor. Say, what is this blood test that has come out? What does this mean? Do I have cancer? And it's like very painful. So I don't want to go to the hospital. Like if the doctor says, yes, you have cancer, let's say. So I say, can I manage it? Right? On okay. For how long will I live? Okay, if there's an operation, surgery that needs to take place, I'll do that. And now my father's country has like free all this medical for us. Or can I don't want to if I don't want to get the operation done, how long do I have to live? And if until I can manage on my own, uh, this so I can not, I don't want to come to the hospital, but just to find out whether I have cancer, this cancer, maybe it's what kind of cancer is it? But I want to stay at home. Yeah, so this is what I mean by checking until I can manage. Phenomenal. Yeah, and recently, like I, uh, so get my siblings together and say they didn't think maybe this is serious. Their health also. So in business also, you might get a loss. Let's find, just in case I'm right, can you help me? Let's find. Well, what if just in case black magic is true as it is in our religion, right? Sorry, I'm very tired. That's why I'm talking. They didn't like they one would oh, nothing, nothing, don't worry. No, no, they wouldn't listen. And I know that it's hard because I know that that person sorcerer could be doing this so no one would listen. They wouldn't listen. My siblings wouldn't listen to me. When they will be in a loss, God forbid, due to this. And she's put them off against me, set them against me. And all this. And even marriage, like, please be careful. I wanted to tell them, but I couldn't. I was kind of a coward. If I said anything about their to be's, spouse to be, they would say, "Oh, you," and I said, "No, I'm in a condition, traumatized, and I couldn't take that risk." Yeah, so I put them at risk, by not saying anything against their to be's partner's spouse to be. They say, oh, she said this. Okay, but still, Zara, say it because it could be so. It could be our enemy setting up this marriage proposal. And yeah, so I saw the loss, and they've seen the loss. One of them, right? Divorced now. So, and the business, and even my friends, like I was telling my friends, please don't tell me where you work or anything. In Karachi, because, they're listening to me and then they'll get you there. But it seems like even if you are in America, they get you. They will get you and you will be in jail for all the mortgages and the loans you've taken. And there will be a group of people, like even Pakistanis, who will want to with the Americans. Yeah, some American. I mean, so there are some criminals and all this. They can get along with some American criminals, and like this person who shot at wanted to wanted to get who tried to assassinate Mr. Trump. What happened behind it was a Pakistani, right? Asif Arif Merchant. So now, if I wanted to tell them, look, there's this person, and this person's so clever, he can get Americans to, you know, do this thing, harm you. So be careful about your business. They want to give you a loss in business also. Like, I become spendthrift, and it's not really, they don't want me to, like, my father would, or this person would take money from me or want money from me when I'm saving money for something. Give it to me, this person, and then, or I'm spending it. Yeah, it's like or something's gone wrong. They can from a distance, like my aunt and I, we were comparing. My aunt told me once that, any new TV I buy or uh, this electronics, it goes bad. I was like, oh my God, yeah, it sounds familiar here. So let's say I'm saving money. All of a sudden, a new fridge breaks down, or, like that. Something breaks down. Electronics. So this, it's very difficult. And then recently, something happened, and I felt very guilty. I should not have cared about myself at all. If my brother, but if I told my this brother that your wife is not good or something, like your wife to be, don't marry her. This could be a plan by my enemy in Dubai also, in London also, in America also. They would, okay, they would say you're wrong and this and that, but I should have been able to take it. Now is one of them. So, and someone else was telling me that if I told you that this sorcerer was doing, you're going to have a fight, so just be prepared. The sorcerer wants you to have a fight. The next thing I know, if I had told you, it would come on me. You're putting negative things in my mind. That's why it happened. In fact, when called this person, and I complained after many, many years. I've never really had a fight with her or complained about something against her. So I said, did you do this? Or that?" She said, "See, you called me and the lights went off, right? You are the bad luck. You called and you're telling me, asking me this negative thing about yours. Like it, it was on someone. Someone had temporarily gone insane, and she told me that this person also, like, she was very disturbed when this person had. So I called her and I said, "Did you do this? Did you say this about my sister?" Uh, because she lost her mind and temporarily, and then we took her for a drive in Karachi, and we went to Abdullah Shah Ghazi's, and I begged Abdullah Shah I prayed to, like, I asked him for intervention, or, what shall I do, God? And thank God she came back to her senses. My sister had completely lost her mind for a while. And this person had said something to her friend's mother. And the friend's mother was also like, she wanted to meet her friend. So I took her to her friend's mother, and she was all her. So she lost it completely, like all this sister of mine, right? So my sister completely lost it, and I was praying to God. I said, like, I asked her, who would you like to go to? Who would you like to see right now? She understood me a little bit, and or something, I can't remember. So, and then when she came to her senses, she told me that I went to this other person's place and they're sisters. So, their sister told this one, her friend's mother, and so the friend's mother was all her on my sister. So I called that other one who had told her friend's sister something against my sister, or she even the first time she was like, "Get out of my house" or something to her. Now, so I called her to say, ask her, "Did you say this about my sister? What's wrong?" So she said, "Oh, you called and see the lights went off." Uh, And she had told me that if I call you to tell you that this witch is going to, I know, because she has spiritual, also she has the spiritual help and psychic, like she's got that clairvoyance. So she said, and she knows the witch. She's been trying to stop the witch for the longest time, but she can't. So she told me before the, like, times, if before this, she told me that if I call you, give you a negative, tell you that, look, this witch. I said, why don't you tell us? She said, you're going to say, of course, you're going to say that you're putting negative things in my mind. And since you made my mind think like this, you see the fight happened. And then you would blame me, right? Like, I had a dream about someone having an enemy in their house, in the family, and the name, first letter of the name, of the enemy's name against this person, my principal. And so to tell her to wear this, four four kul daga thread, 11 times recited. So I was like, no, I can't tell her. I got up from the dream and I said, I'm not going to put these negative things on her. At that time, I didn't know she had such a serious family problem, right? And everything. And I said, I'm not going to be the one to tell her that do you have some, even ask her, like, do you have someone who's in your family? Now she would start thinking, maybe who is it? Now let me think, who is this? Whose name starts with an M in our family that is her enemy? And four calls 11 times on a thread. I asked my uh, aunt, like, I couldn't do it, right? I don't know why I couldn't do it. I should have done it for her, but I asked a third person, can you do this? Please, pray like you would properly like sit on the namaz, this, and she refused to do it for me. And so maybe I had to do this thing 4 calls 11 times, and on a daga, or just I would also, or I did I do it? Did I not do it? I can't remember, because this person was very important to me, her life, her safety, her protection. And I've been reading Dua Sabah Sahab, this, that for us, putting her picture in the Dua book, not the Quran, at first. Later on, when I was like, it's very serious, I have to put a picture. Cancer. Then I said, I took a picture out of my Dua, Shia Dua book, and I said, no, I have to put it in the Quran, where it says, where the ayat is, right? So it is incumbent on us. Try to put it in the Quran ayat. Incumbent, oh God, incumbent on us to save the believers. I said, sorry, God, in the Quran, I would let my aunt, but she did, then she had to put in the contents, surah, this surah is for separating people, this surah is for wealth. And I said, I'm not going to read the surah, right, for separating people. Uh, I got, I didn't, like I said, oh, for Surah Yasin, like you're going to, on every mubin, you're going to tick it with a pencil? Or, no, are we supposed to, it was like, this Quran was like passport for me. You could not write anything on it, tick anything, make lines or highlight. No, I could. So like that, it was for me, the Quran. And I was shocked to see that my aunt could, yeah, she said, I can tick all these 7 mubins. Your mother had given me this Surah Yasin to pray for my wedding to take place, and it took place. So now you do this. I said, okay. 7 mubins, pray like kul, which kulawala, I don't know, I can't remember. On the 7 mubins, and she said, I got married like this. Your mother told me to pray like this, Surah Yasin, and what to pray on the 7 mubins, and I got married like this. After that, just doing that, finishing that. Had a proposal, and then just got married. So I did that when she was writing it down. So now points like very difficult to whatever the evil that I have done to someone in my past life. Like I said, God, what use would it be, right, to hurt karma? Okay, they can hurt me, but I don't want to hurt them back. So please, if I cannot hold myself back, can you please hold me back? So, like for this, anything Duai Sabah, right? I've put the reins, so the reins of my soul in your hand, oh God. So if I'm not, of course, without God as a Shia, I felt as a Muslim also, like I can't keep patience, right? If I fail to keep my patience, like Musa failed, Hazrat Musa, to keep patience with Khizr, So if this person is getting angry at me or wants to take out the whatever past, and anyways, we didn't have a past life. Also, we did. Some Sufis believe in past life, but I was like in a at the time, like I didn't know. So I, sometimes, so on this whatever it is, Lord, please, like I couldn't see in this life that I've hurt my brothers and sisters so much that the thing is unforgivable, or it's just you know it, the damage is done so badly that now they cannot forgive me, or it cannot be repaired, right? Anyways, thanks to God, my prayer came true, and my sister came out of that. Was it forgive my sins, all of them, in the name of sacredness of Muhammad and the household of Muhammad. And oh Lord, I've so this is very good for after Fajr, morning prayers, early morning after Fajr, and then you can put your head down on the thing and ask for forgiveness, like that also. But I've put the in this dua is that I've put the reins of my soul in your hands, right? So why not karma? Yes, but I I've always prayed to God. I understand, and if they're getting me for my karma, and they rightfully deserve it, right? They're right. I have taken something away from them. Then I should not be saying anything. So look what has happened. The backfire, prayer unanswered. So if this brother, let's say now, for the sake, now, if this brother has, if I have hurt this brother in an evil, diabolical way, then why should I be answering him back? I pray to God, God, may I not answer them back. Just keep quiet. And even thank you and thank him. Maybe I did something so wrong to him, so evil, but I do good. I do good. So, what do you call it? Can't find that now. I've put the reins of my soul in your hand. O God, you make my evening shield against the deception of enemies. And if I've deceived anyone in my past life or caused harm, irreparable harm, or even the harm that I've caused, you can get me back at this. But can I not do service, help, just do good to them? Today, if they're abusing me and I'm the one abusing, right? Back now. And even if, police, I'm giving out evidence. Oh, the case was very difficult to make a case. Wouldn't it be, but also another thing is that my case here, because I'm not well and then I'm the eldest and I hate disrespect. Although I've been disrespectful to my mother and my father also, right? But I feel like that is a different, and I have apologized to my mother and father in Karachi many times, but again, the thing happened and it went Like I wanted to improve myself and be a good daughter. I have apologized to my mother and father. Things then, even then, after that, things happened. But then, when I saw my mother's death, and one thing I saw that someone had killed her. I felt it was a murder. Distance, murder. It was murder, and another thing was that later on, when it came, when it was coming to me, that it's my father. Then I started to, you know, get very upset with him, abuse him, and all this, right? Which is not right in my country or my father's country. So it wouldn't be right. Then I would be in, but, and then once, they might not punish me, but once, like she's not, we're not supposed to be rude to our parents or uncles or anyone. So I was like, my God, every which way loose. You see, my father was the times, I mean, he's done some. So the woman who knew what this witch was doing, not who this witch is, but what this witch is doing, she said, one day, just like they can even go to her father's place. If she's trying to protect us, then they can go to her father's grave, sorry, and ma- desecrate and kick the father's grave. Like they're like that. Once they find out that she's helping me or my mother or my other brothers and sister, they can, try to torture her and say, look, and she's, her father has passed away also, and they killed her father also, and all this. I'm living. So they can torture her, and they can, they can send you in dreams and torture you that, we're going to go to your father's grave and we're going to rape, if it was the mother, rape your mother. And they can do this in Pakistan, right? We've heard stories. And here also people coming here and saying to me that I'm going to rape your mother, dead, like the dead body. And I've, so this is what they can do, the enemy. You cannot imagine how far they can go. Like this lady, she told me, if you see what she is doing, what this witch is doing, you would lose your mind and you will not be able to, you would lose your trust completely and you will be like a paranoid person. I can't trust you. Like phobia, having paranoia phobia. You can't trust your own, you will not be able to trust your own self, your shadow. Like, just, what's that called? The psychic confusion. Psychic confusion. You will not be able to. Is it psychic? Just checking. So, oh God, psychic. Mental disorientation or uncertainty related to psychic abilities or experience, or is it my, like, is it that I'm trying to look good or be a good person? Actually, it's like in deep inside, like this someone tells you that maybe you don't even know yourself that you are uh, a lesbian, or maybe it's hidden deep inside your unconscious. Like, you could go into this, right? So, like that, like maybe this witchy thing is deep inside. Yeah, I can see I got angry at this. What am I doing during my sleep? So thank God when I was living with my family, I know that I wasn't sleepwalking, going out. No one told me that I sleepwalk, or during my sleep, am I like unconsciously doing this? Have even brought up this witch to do this to me and my family. You know what I mean? Like, it's not her fault, the witch's fault, it's my fault. I'm doing this unconsciously. Such like, for example, like this. But when this happens, like I can't explain, you really do feel like, oh, is it me? Uh, am I the witch? Do I have some deep seated evil and I'm bringing this about? This my projection. This is my hidden desire that I don't want to, like, the movie Hide and Seek? Oh, yeah, so, this movie? And I'm looking, like, so this is what someone was trying to tell me, like, this is the way you could hide and seek movie. Like, Charlie, is that Charlie in me that I don't see? The other side of me, hide and seek. Elizabeth finds Charlie, right? Or like, like this and this, and also this movie. What's it called? Alfred Hitchcock's Spellbound. Spellbound, 1945. This one. Oh, so, and of course, I become very weak. Okay, how much time now? 1 hour 28. Shall I come to the topic? So, so the problem is here. You see, in this ayat, let's look at it in Arabic, right? First, let me now. So, Surah 93, ayat 6 says, "Did he not find you an orphan and give refuge?" Right? So, this you is Prophet Muhammad. This he is God. Allah, you is definitely here, Prophet Muhammad. So much so that when after his proclamation to be a prophet, the entire nation turned hostile, Abu Talib alone stood firm as his chief supporter for as long as 10 years. So even though the Sunnis, this is from the Sunni side Maududi, yet the Sunnis say that Abu Talib died a disbeliever, right? He didn't become a believer. So that cannot happen, right? To take care of a disbeliever cannot take care, be be sheltered by a disbeliever, right? So the Shia said this side of the Islamic history is wrong. It's come from Abu Talib and Prophet Muhammad's enemies, right? It doesn't make sense. Such a prophet, the last, the greatest. Even though he's the last, he's not the he's the greatest of all of them. Shias are like, he's infallible. He didn't even make mistakes. It's in the Quran, but I'm just telling you the Shia stands position about Prophet Muhammad. S- Prophet Muhammad's infallibility is that he didn't even make mistakes. He didn't frown at the blind man. Surah, also, he didn't make mistakes like in Surah Azab, right? So the point that, forget I have not jotted down notes. Okay, now this is Prophet Muhammad. Even the Shia side I showed you in my previous live stream, the translation also is that, okay, so the Sunnis say it is like Abu Talib, right? Imam Ali's father, his uncle, Prophet Muhammad's uncle, who took care of him after his grandfather's death, even. So all this, and then the next is, and he found you lost and guided you. So this he is Allah here, and the you is Prophet Muhammad. And who was lost? Prophet Muhammad was lost. So this Dalla, Dalan, is Dalan is Dalan means astray, lost, or error, in or erring. Erring. God should not have put three meanings to this one word. You know, should have been for lost a different word, for a different word, and for astray a different Arabic word, because it's very important. Yeah. Now, how the Shias not consolidate but reconcile, and if the word dalan as used in the original is derived from dalalat, which has several meanings in Arabic. Its one meaning is to be lost in error and deviation. Oh, lost in error and deviation. Another, to be unaware of the way and to be bewildered at the crossroads as to which way one should choose. Okay, this the lost, just being lost. Still, another meaning is of being lost in astray. Now, astray, you're on that path, and how could Allah choose someone who would guide us to the straight path? He has to have, he should never have gone astray. That's what the Shia say, right? Surah Fatiha also. Curse on Allah's wrath on those who have gone astray from the straight path. So it can't be Prophet Muhammad. That's what the Shia stands as. And so the tree also is the Allah, stands alone and lonely in the desert. The word dalal is also used for which is wasting, unfavorable, uncongenial condition and climate, a heedlessness of which, I'm sorry, I'm reading it. My Lord is neither heedless nor he forgets. Surah Taha 52. Now, out of these different meanings, the first meaning does not apply here, for in the historical accounts of the Prophet's life from childhood, okay, so so they have to choose. So they give you this very good modudi, why this word is used. So the Muslims can say that, well, Allah has many meanings to this one word, and it could mean this because then we apply the other verses which you think are contradictory, but they, you have to see the circumstances and for whom this word was applied. Like, for example, Taba for Allah, it's not that he turned in repentance to Prophet Muhammad. It's he turned in mercy to Prophet Muhammad, right? Taba, the word changes. So you're the one who's misinterpreting it. We understand how the Quran ayats work, and okay, we have, God has given us a way to interpret the word meaning, the meaning of the word too, in a certain Quran ayat, right? And you're the one misguiding us. So I said, okay, and the Shia, and how the Sunnis take the meaning of Prophet Muhammad being So they also take the other Quran ayats into consideration, and Prophet Muhammad cannot be astray. But yet they say, I think some Sunnis say that he he the reason why he practiced the pagan Arab way of adopting a Zayd was because he not because he was Dalla, Dalan, but because he astray, but because or in error, but because he was a pagan, he didn't know that he was a prophet. So at that time, not knowing does not make him go astray or be astray, you know, be strayed from the right path. Okay, all these things taking into consideration, I said, okay. And you see, okay, you say this, right? But, okay, for the Shias, it's more in contradiction, even though, the word Dalla, they could take as astray and explain it to me like the Sunnis have explained it to me. You cannot go astray after having the prophethood, right? Then he can't go astray, right? He can't make mistakes, errors. If he makes mistakes and errors, that means he's gone astray. Sunni, Shia, right? You understand Shia way? So here, mostly concentrating on this ayat, I said, Shias, look here, right? And taking Sunni, correcting Sunnis also along the way. So I don't know why this person in the previous, without listening to anything, he would say, so here the Sunnis, this part, like correcting them. So going to Surah 33 at 5, correcting the Shias, that who has made an error here? Mistake. This even a mistake by Prophet Muhammad was not allowed. Allah would not allow him, right? Allah has thoroughly purified him. He can't, he's infallible. He's not Hazrat Musa to make a mistake and then come up to the standard. When Hazrat Musa came up to the standard, when Allah made him Prophet Muhammad, then a prophet, then he can't make that error. He made the error before by killing a man intentionally and all this. And then Allah chose him. Jonah, as a prophet, when Allah was calling him, saying, "Go to," he made the mistake of not listening to Allah, and so he ran away from that. That's why he was in the. But the Shia say even then, Prophet Muhammad, no prophet has made a mistake. I don't know how they explain that and all this, and it doesn't make sense to me. Sorry, I've read all the explanations and all this. Here, now look at this side. Concentrate here. Okay, so the so even this mistake here mentioned that, but which your heart do not purposely, Prophet Muhammad cannot make such a mistake. Knowing the Shia stance, I just can't explain it in words now. He can't make a mistake even like this, Prophet Muhammad. There's no way. But the Shias, and they've even given the tafsir how he's adopted Zed. And I've been told that Zed was given Prophet Muhammad's name. So even after knowing his father, the ayat say, if you know the father, right? Which one? If you know the father of this adopted son, give him his father's name. Prophet Muhammad already gave him his name, Zaid bin Muhammad. Shias accept that. So okay, but it's not here. I can't show you that where they accept. Then they told me that Prophet Muhammad took his name away and gave the name of his father to him. So it didn't happen here. Actually, when he found out who his father was, he was kidnapped and he was taken, right? Sorry. I apologize. In the market, so he found out, when he found out his father's name, he even then he made him his son and gave him his name and made people bear witness, right? The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness that Zaid was his son and he was his father. Then he married his cousin. Oh, that and he was his father. And so here, what I can't find and I haven't shown you is that Prophet Muhammad gave him his name, even after finding out, right? His father purchased him. In the market of Akkad, Zaid bin Harith was being sold as a slave. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The father of Zaid was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son was sold as a slave, he approached Abu Talib to obtain the freedom of Zaid from his nephew. The Holy Prophet at once set him free, right? Set him free, gave him permission to go with his father. But Zaid decided to remain with the Holy Prophet. So the Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness that from this day onwards, that from that day, Zaid was his son and he was his father. And this is when Prophet Muhammad gave him his name. And so he was called Zaid bin Zaid, the son of Muhammad, right? So the Quran ayat goes, Shias assert the relationship to the fathers. This is more equitable with Allah. But if you do not know their fathers, then they are your brethren in faith and your friends, or your trusted, trust under you, entrusted to you, right? And there's no blame. Now, Shakir, if you accept Shakir, then you can say your friends also are entrusted to you. I don't, so both ways. And there is no blame on you concerning that which you made a mistake, in which Prophet Muhammad made a mistake. After knowing his father, Zaid's father, he gave him his name. How can the Shia say that Prophet Muhammad knew he was a prophet? He was, Allah had made him a prophet, and he was a prophet here, right? Do you see this? This also. So coming back to the old thing, it's wrong for Shias to say this. Moreover, if the Shias, so now it's on a certain Shia tafsir where the Shias have gone wrong, and I'm not showing right now where the Sunnis have gone wrong, but the Shias have gone wrong in this. So if I say the Sunnis are right in this, doesn't mean that I should become a Sunni. Because there's a lot of, I've evidence that this religion is false through Quran ayats and all, and Shia Sunni tafsirs about our interpretations also. Generally, also that this religion is wrong. So there's no need for it's not logical for someone to come here and tell me that why don't you become a Sunni? And then he knows so much about me. So doxing and all this. Who have I been doxing? Let me see. So this I was. Let me. At the same time, who was I doxing? Doxing is you. And why would I do this? An action or process of searching for and publishing private. Who have I been publishing private or identifying information? And process of searching for. Who have I searched for on the internet or in life? No one, right? So it's not doxing. If I've searched for them or searching for action or process of searching for whom? or searching for where they are, where they live, or where their workplace is. And another thing, I want to, the action should be taken. Like I said, anyone who comes here even and is rude and does not cooperate, action should be taken against them. And those people who harm others, we should go door to door and tell the parents or the wife and the family, sit with the family and say, and mediate and or say, please, this is not right. This is not right. Like we should get 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 to their, and if they don't have parents, if they are what do you call it, spinsters or bachelors, then workplace, if they are working somewhere, like it is to complain against them. They're harassing. Harassment is a crime. Insulting is also a criminal offense in the UAE, and only in the UAE, I think. No other, even other country like Middle East, or maybe only the Middle East, insulting someone is a crime. It's like also, okay, identify private. This is like, why, if the government finds out someone is harassing a woman outside, and if that woman complains to the police and it's proven that she was being harassed by this man, then his picture will go on in the newspaper. My father told me. Is that publishing his private, his face, identification also, information, giving out where he's from, or if he's an Emirati, they'll say it. If he's from India, they'll put that. All his whole, like where he worked, and so now he's being deported here, and not only the picture, right? But all his information coming out on in the newspaper, and this is about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. When have I done this doxing on the internet only? Please tell me, for a person. And please give your name here. Come with your true identity. I banned your, uh, give me your name. I have not doxed anyone with this. I have never doxed anyone on the internet, right? Yeah, searching for you, something like searching for Yusuf Zaidi on the internet now, because those criminals that have run away, let's say, suppose, right, a criminal has run away, like India was saying about Dawood Ibrahim, send him to, or Hafiz, Said Hafiz, or what's his name? Uh, so, of course, this is not doxing for malicious intent only, and it's not malicious intent at all that I would dox. I wouldn't dox people at all. So come with your true name and say, and show me evidence also, right? Come with your true YouTube identity, the name, your official passport and your passport identity, what your parents have, the name your parents have given you, and show me evidence here. Otherwise, you have more. I can take, this is a crime. Falsely accusing, keep on accusing. Who are you? What's your name? And that they're doxing you. Give me. No, no, this thing. Where am I going? No evidence. Again, here. Totally. falsely accusing me, totally, total lies told against me. You see how? And no one to take action, no help against these people. And another thing, what other thing is there? Okay, back to this Shia thing. So now we're on. Please don't let me repeat it. So that where the Shias have gone wrong in this ayah about this, that Prophet Muhammad was not astray, where the Sunnis have gone wrong on this, and orphan. So this means that now see where the Shias, even the Shakir's translation, where the Sunni, that the total meaning of this ayat is changed. Forget just the words meaning dalan, 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 Dallan, right? And find you lost. That is unrecognized by men. And guide. Guide not him, guide not you who are unrecognized by men, but guide them to you, to Prophet Muhammad. Whereas here, no need to, it's just as the ayat has come. So the only thing is that orphan, you are, ambiguities are there and give you shelter. So, yes, who gave you shelter? Abu Talib gave you shelter. That's the only explanation and detail we can give about this ayat. But about this ayat, like the ayat's contents has changed, meaning, interpretation has changed. And that's why they have to put it in brackets like this. And putting it in brackets, the meaning of the ayat has changed. You see, if you read it, please, and find you lost. Right now, forget about the meaning of this, whether it's astray, whether it's an error, right? Just lost. Not even lost in going in error or lost in being astray, but just lost. Okay? That is unrecognized by men. This person is lost. Find you lost. Not being guided, meaning as yet. They could say this, that this person, this Prophet Muhammad, if you say is, again here in this ayat, then found you lost, that he's lost and he hasn't been guided as yet by Allah. But the whole content, the like whole meaning of the ayat has changed. You're saying that Allah doesn't know how to put it properly. So you have put it properly by putting it in brackets. You're insulting Allah. Lost. You lost and find you lost. And meaning find you lost and then guided you. But here it's like, and guide them to you. So the believers, now the Shia tafsir here, the believers in particular and mankind in general are addressed through the Holy Prophet. This is the whole thing of Shia translation on, like interpretation of these ayats, explain, right? In Surah Azab, anywhere where it says, "O Prophet, you have sinned," we forgive you. It's true. Or if you feared the people while Allah is more right. There also in Surah Azab. It's no, no, it's not like this. The meaning is different. So literally, please see this. Literally put, what would it mean? But the Shia tafsir is always like this on these kind of ayahs, defending Prophet Muhammad. No, no, he never sinned. Although Allah is saying, you sinned and we forgave you, O Prophet, or O Messenger, like that, right? No, no, he didn't sin. Allah is not saying he sinned. Allah is saying mankind, particular believers in particular, and mankind in general are addressed through the Holy Prophet, not the Holy Prophet being addressed here. But through the Holy Prophet address, right? Helpless creatures should be treated as sacred trust, whether they are orphans or, oh, this is on 9, right? So now, like this, like, believe, or, the lost people, the misguided people are addressed through the Holy Prophet. The sinners, when Allah says, you are forgiven, believers are addressed by the Prophet, through the Holy Prophet, that all the believers who have sinned, they are forgiven. If they, yeah, like that. So, doesn't make sense. Why? Why doesn't it make sense? Why shouldn't because a literal meaning, they've distorted it, right? You can see also. And they're saying the way Allah has put it literally, actually, it implies they're taking the another meaning to it, saying Allah meant this. But why would Allah then write it like this and find you lost? Allah could have put it like the way it's put in brackets, right? And found that you were unrecognized by men and guided these men through you and guide them to you, not through you. Of course, Allah in another ayat says that here, Prophet Muhammad, whom he even loves, cannot guide, but that Allah guides them, or whatever that word means, right? The guidance there. Perhaps Allah means here that Prophet Muhammad can guide them so that they can be guided. Oh, lots of anyways, and find you lost? No, found you unrecognized by men and wanted to guide these men to you, or guide them to you. Yeah. Complete meaning change. If you read this, let me show you the translation. Near to the Arabic, yeah, on this Arabic words. Surah Dhaha. So, and he found you lost and guided. Dalan. So he guided. Fahada. 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 Right? And he guided. Doesn't say you. Okay. And that he guided, they say that he guided the people to you. So Allah should have put the word that you were unrecognized. The, not that the people unrecognized you. And so he guided the people to you. That's how Allah should have put it, right? You see how the whole meaning, the meaning of this ayat, how it changes. Taking the Shia, tafsir and all. And even Sunnis try to slightly change the meaning, like the Shias. But complete meaning change. Shakir is a Sunni, so maybe even the Sunnis change the meaning completely here. And if and did he not find you unaware of the right way? Maududi also, the Sunni also changes, changing the meaning like this, changing the meaning of the ayat. Did he not find you unaware of the right way? And then directed you to it. So then Prophet Muhammad would be in this way. If the ayat is translated, then he didn't know he was a prophet. Allah made you aware after prophethood, right? So I'm right. You were heedless of the truth and signs of Allah, which Allah made you aware after giving you the prophethood. Before that, he was the dalal. Dalal can also be taken in the meaning of heedlessness, so as to say you were heedless of the truth and signs of Allah. So when Allah chose you as a prophet and told you in this life, and at what age, 40, he told you and sent the wahi to you, and you found out you are a prophet. Before before that you were heedless. Sunnis take it this way. Shias, okay, now not even now leaving Shakir, if he's a Sunni, his translation on this ayat, right? Just the tafsir then of the Shia on this ayat. They say no, the Holy Prophet was not lost, but this is what the Shia tafsir is on this. Surah Dhaha ayat 7. The Holy Prophet was lost in the ignorance of the people. So Allah brought His light among them in order to guide them to have true knowledge about Him. Verse 2 of Surah Najm clearly asserts that he had never gone astray. So the word dalla cannot be translated as wandering or going astray. But was he lost? No, he wasn't even lost. The Holy Prophet was lost in the ignorance of the people. So he was lost in the ignorance of the people, not really lost himself alone. You got it? He wasn't lost, but he was lost in the ignorance of the people. So Allah brought His light among them. Among them. He already knew he was light, Allah's light. Among them in order to guide them. Guide them, not him. Actually, the verse doesn't say to guide you, but the verse at least says, Surah 93, go down. The verse, Surah 93, ayat 7. The verse says, and find you lost. So, like the Sunnis, like Shakir is a Sunni, and okay, lost, like Sunnis say he was lost because he didn't know he was a prophet as yet, right? And then Allah guided him, Prophet Muhammad. Shia say he was lost, that is, unrecognized by men, or lost in the ignorance of men, and to guide them, the men, the others to you, the ones who are lost. to you, right? And of course, the word cannot be astray or in error. Could be in error because before his prophethood, the polytheists in Makkah had not, Allah had not revealed to them anything, right? That they would reject. Only revealed to Prophet Muhammad. Before that, I think, so how to put this? So this means that they're not astray, not on the right path. Uh, but they were ignorant. Right? They were ignorant. The guidance of Allah had not even come to these lost people. So we cannot say that these people also were lost. Were astray, but they were just lost until guidance came to them through Prophet Muhammad. Allah giving it to him. But that's not what I here says. Find you lost. The Prophet was lost. They've added something here. Do you see this? When adding this, would can you truly say? Can you say 100% without like? Can you say that if you say 100%, we agree that this is true? The bracket part, that the meaning of lost here, you, we found you lost, is that it unrecognized by men. 100%? Are you sure Allah means this? Then why explain this kind of a thing? Allah, Allah is clear, right? Allah is more clear. I mean, Allah is the clear. Allah is like Allah can't put it that you have to explain it in brackets, right? Do you understand this? Allah can't send an ayat, will not send an ayat, and not be clear about it. That the meaning of this, that he is lost in some, he's lost in, like, okay. So he's lost because, the ignorance is, right? In the ignorance of people, he's lost. And that he's unrecognized by men. Because he's unrecognized by men, that's why Allah says you are lost. Because this poor guy, this prophet of Allah has been unrecognized by men. Here it's like this for the Shias. So that's why he is lost, but he's not really lost, you're saying. What Allah is saying that he is lost. Allah found him lost, Prophet Muhammad lost. But what the Shias are saying, that no, this meaning of this and find you lost and guide is this meaning of find you lost is that unrecognized by men, and guide them to you. Why do you have to put these in brackets? So to understand this ayat like the way you want us to understand it, you have to put it in brackets. But if you remove the brackets, what would you get? Ambiguity. And there could be many interpretations of this ayat, right? Let's even put it this way for you, Muslims, and Shias especially, and even Sunnis. If Muhammad is lost, Prophet Muhammad is lost, right? and find you lost and guide, then who is Allah guiding? The one who is lost. And this is Prophet Muhammad lost. This is all this ayat should be saying. But lost in unrecognized by men, or in the Sunnis, in the ignorance of men, lost. He can never be lost. Shias will say, no, that's also not correct. It's just unrecognized by men. So Allah is saying he is lost, but the Shias are completely denying what Allah is saying. So here the Dalla word, Dallan, changes. Complete meaning for Shias. It changes. Any Shia would like to give any feedback here to me? Okay, right now I'll try to break a tradition, principles, what my Shias invite you. You can say that I'm wrong. Can you explain this to me then? Why would Allah's words, ayat, meaning change? The words, moreover, has dallan changed so much, meaning unrecognized by men. When you see you lost, meaning that is unrecognized by men. How far has it gone from the meaning of what Allah has said here? Why couldn't Allah say it like this? It's gone very far, right? Prophet Muhammad being lost, Allah saying, I'm not saying it, find you lost. And that is unrecognized by man. Oh my God. And guide them to you. It's and guide, but they put in brackets, them to you. How far has the meaning of this ayat? What this is the word of Allah. Allah could have put it this way, but Allah chose to put it, find you lost. That's all He's put. Find Prophet Muhammad lost. At least we can come to this middle thing that, can we not? Taking what Allah has said here, the words used by Allah, that Prophet Muhammad is lost. Allah found Prophet Muhammad to be lost and guide. And guide whom? Guide him. Guide Prophet Muhammad. Like Abraham's ayats. Now, Abraham tells his, okay, should I make it so complicated for myself? And it will be tough for me. Hazrat Abraham told his father and the idol worshippers, I do not believe what you believe. You associate others with Allah and you worship idols. And I'm going to, and I know my Lord uh, has sent no authority for this, right? So this is unforgivable sin, and my Lord does not approve of this at all. Totally dead against it, right? Then he goes, then he says, I'm going to my Allah, I'm going to get guidance. Then he's looking at the stars and saying, look at the sequence of the ayahs. I have to search for it. right? Then he says, then he's gone and he says, the stars are you. So he's showing the people or what. So then you say, because the sequence is wrong, then why is he saying, oh, the stars? He's teaching the, not for himself. You can't, you can't be my God. Maybe it was completely different in those days. Today, a teacher would say, you know why the stars cannot be God? Not my God, not be God because they set. We can't see them in the morning. And the sun also sets and rises. And the moon also has phases and, can't be seen in the morning so much clearly. So this is not uh, my God. It is not God, just like that, right? God had a different way. There, I feel he's made the mistake there. If you see that, check that ayat. Abraham says, stars are not God, right? Oh, and so the night covered, and so how could it be that after this? So he's just explained, after all this, right? After saying all this, Abraham goes in search of the truth. And thus we showed Abraham the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and so that he might become one of those who have sure faith. Already shown, right? And so when the night covered him, now after this, and so when the night covered him, after having showed him the realms of all this, look at the sequence, it's all wrong. So when covered over him the night, he saw a star. He saw a star, he said, this is my Lord. Now he's accepting that this is my Lord. But when it set, he said, not I like, do I like the ones that set? And maybe the Shias are and the Sunnis even are saying that he's teaching the people this in this way. Even the way, look at it, how Abraham is saying. So first he rejects the idols, we're told. Also, I should go and very good that I have to go all the way down to this, and then go up, right? So not get, he rejects the idols. He says, why do you, when Allah is, why do you make idols of gods and all this, right? And associating with Allah for something no authority has been said. And I know my Lord and you don't know. Like, like this. Okay, I didn't get the ayats. I have to go all the way up and then go to the first surah, to this surah, first ayat, right? This is how I have been given here. So, Surah 74 to Surah. So, I'm saying here, if you want the truth, right, and we can together, please just keep patience with me here. See, he look at the sequence and to establish prayer, and and mention of Muhammad when Abraham said to his father Azar, "Do you take idols as deities?" Indeed, I see you. He's seeing his father and his people, your people, his father's people, sorry, to be in manifest error. He doesn't even call them my people. And thus did we show Abraham the realm of the heavens, and the earth that he would be among the certain. Yakin, yani certain, right? Now, after this, what happens? So, when the night covered him, Abraham still, now he's told his father, Allah has shown him the power, the laws of the earth and the heavens. He's told his father and his father's people, you take idols, right? And also another ayat in where same thing, but he also tells them that what are you do? You are associating when he tells them in this same, I mean, in this position at this time, right? He tells them Allah has sent no authority to you to worship idols and associate with them anyone or anything. So there's another ayat on this incident when Abraham says to his father and to the people, do you take and Allah has not sent down any authority, or maybe it comes afterwards. But here at least he said, maybe let's check. I'm trial and error also, right? And recall when Abraham said to his father Azar, do you take idols for gods? I see you and your people in obvious error. Right here it's idols as gods. Okay? Not associating Allah or with Allah anyone. So it's idols with God, yeah? And thus did we show Abraham the realm of the heavens and the earth that he would be among certain. Yani this is not even a believer, but muqanina means above a believer, above a believer. So certain, yaqeen, not one believer, not a believer, but certain, above a believer. So when the night covered him, now why so when the night covered him? And if he's telling the people, then he's himself saying, this is my Lord. Why would he say, seeing a star, that this is my Lord? If he's telling the people, he's teaching the people, he's giving, he shouldn't say this, right? But when it's set, a teacher would tell you that the star set, so this is not our Lord. This is not the Lord or Allah. That's how the teacher is. But when it said, he said, I like not those that said. Now what is he doing here? Teaching? Or he is reasoning with himself alone? And when he saw the moon rising, he said, this is my Lord. But when it set, he said, unless my Lord guides me, I will surely be among the people who gone astray. Daleen. Again, the word here is gone astray. So unless my Lord guides me, I will surely be among the people gone astray. Right? But his Lord has already shown him the powers of the heaven and the earth and all that. And when he saw the sun rising, he said, this is my Lord. This is greater. But when it set, he said, oh, my people. Okay, now he's speaking to the people. And now he's saying, oh, my people. Before he's saying, these are your people, father's people. Now he comes to his people. And he said, oh, my people, indeed, I am free from what you associate with Allah. And this is the way he's teaching the people. Okay, this ayat could be how he's teaching the people. But he shouldn't be saying, this is my Lord, and then he should say, this cannot be Lord. This cannot be the Lord. This cannot be the Lord. This cannot be the Lord because the setting. This is not the way to teach the people. And a person like Abraham, who has already told his father, idol worshipping, no. Sorry, I made a little mistake like there. I thought he was saying, how come you associate with Allah? But it's only idol worshipping. Indeed, I've turned my face toward He who created the heaven, inclined towards truth. Now He said, never shall I have partners with Allah. So a little mistake by me. And his people argued with him. He said, do you argue with me concerning Allah while He has guided me? But has He guided the people? Has Allah guided the people? This is not the answer should have been given to them by Abraham. Look, I showed you. The sun doesn't set. This is not my Lord, and it shouldn't be your Lord. I sat with you, I was teaching you. But now he's saying, while he has guided me, and I fear not what you associate with him. This I that took before. I was wrong. Unless my Lord should be something. My Lord encompasses all things in knowledge, then will you not remember? How sh- and how should I fear what you associate while you do not fear? Now this ayat comes. I brought it in the beginning about the idols, but really, with Allah, that for which He has not sent down to you any authority, it doesn't make. So, which of the two parties has more right to security? If you should know, right? They who believe. I was a bit wrong. Yeah, sorry. It's a good thing I checked. I was wrong in this. I thought these ayahs went before. But the associating with Allah, I said. But he says, like, but look at this, right? A little bit wrong, but it's okay. Won't make much of a difference. The point I'm trying to share with you here is that, and when he saw, no, Surah 6, Ayat 74, and mention of Muhammad, meaning, when Abraham said to his father, Azar, do you take idols as deities? Indeed, I see you and your people to be in manifest error. So, yeah, it idols as deities. Maybe I'm. And thus did we show Abraham the realm of the heavens and the earth, that he would be among the certain. Right? Okay. Now let's forget what I said I was wrong. Now, okay, even then, there's a point here. There's still some problem here. Even now, Allah has made him certain, right? Showing him the realms of the heavens and the earth. But why didn't Allah tell him that, see, the star is not me, right? Or I am not the star. But now look at so when night covered, so when the night came, right? He saw a star. He said, this is my Lord. I mean, this is my Lord. He's saying, this is my Lord. What is he doing? Now, Abraham, teaching people, oh my people. Then he goes to the people and says, oh my people, I've been guided by Allah. So now it starts with association with Allah. No, yeah, like taking the star as the Lord, Rab. not Allah. So many such mistakes, like either way, like even this way. And when he saw the moon rising, he said, now it's about associating with Allah, not taking just idols as gods, right? You see? But still it's wrong. See, he was shown the realms by Allah and all this, and now he's questioning himself about this. He's questioning, he's using his mind. And when he saw the moon rising, he said, this is my Lord. Now at this time, he's got to use, Allah saying, use the mind. I'm not guiding you. Now your mind has to guide you. Interesting, but not good, right? Allah should have guided him in this also. But when it set, when he saw the moon rising, he said, this is my Lord. But when it set, he said, unless my Lord guides me, I will surely be among the. Moreover, okay, here we're told he's using the mind. Setting. Setting can't be a Lord if the Lord is what? And it doesn't, the Lord doesn't set what? It's just not clear enough. You know what I mean? So this should not be, it's ridiculous. There he's using the mind. Here he's saying, unless my Lord guides me, I will surely be among the people gone astray. Okay, I'm just tired. I don't know how to explain this. But this is wrong. You see, now he says, unless my Lord guide me, he used his mind about the setting thing. But he still says, unless my Lord guides me, he needs the guidance from his Lord. Still, I will surely be among the people gone astray. Right? So you were lost. We God found you lost and guided you. He found you. Oh, God, Surah Dhaha. Let's go back there. So, how do I show you in other ways and find you lost and guide? And find you lost and find you in want and make you. You see, it starts from here. Surely you comes after. And soon will your Lord give you so that you shall be well pleased. Did he not find you an orphan and give you shelter? And did he, meaning, and did he not find you lost? Meaning, God found you lost and guided you. So, of course, God has to guide. And who guided the prophet even before? Huh? The Shia say like he was never misguided because he was the light of God. Never. And he was praising God in the before, before, in that state, before becoming a human being and being sent here. It just doesn't make sense. And find you lost and find you in want and make you independent. Actually, so who guided Prophet Muhammad? Look at it this way. When Abraham says, God, if the Lord didn't guide me, I would have gone astray, right? So God guided Prophet Muhammad also. But when did God guide Prophet Muhammad? The Shia say, God made Muhammad light. Muhammad was light. So God never guided Muhammad, right? God just made him guidance. He came as light. So the Shia say Prophet Muhammad was never guided, right? Where's this thing that he was light? Let me see tafsir. Oh God, this is. I'm tired. Uh, any Muslim who wants to, on this point, come and help me also? Any Shia, Sunni even come? On the point, yeah, where I am at right now. My God, why have you forsaken me? Allah never forsake his. But did Allah ever guide Prophet Muhammad Shias? Allah made him light to guide the people. So there can be no question of guiding Prophet Muhammad. I wish I could see something to this, what I've said similar, so that you know that whichever twisted way you come against me, he found him, said that he was always under the constant care and protection of Allah. In these verses, he found him is mentioned with the conjunctive particle fa, which is used to say that as soon as Allah found him in any condition, an action was taken as a consequence without any lapse of time between his finding and the action taken. Right? Okay, this is what this. There cannot be any gap or lapse of time between the creation of Muhammad and the grant of wisdom and guidance to him. Right? As well as availability of full satisfaction to his needs from the commencement of his existence in physical as well as in spiritual realms. Here it is. So, since Allah says fa, right? Immediate, like it's for just not even a split, there cannot be any gap or lapse of time between the creation of Muhammad and the grant of wisdom and guidance to him, as well as availability of full satisfaction to his needs. So there can be no gap in Muhammad getting guidance from Allah, being guided by Allah, right? Oh, God. Fa, right? So since there is a fa here, yeah, fa, hada, right? Yeah. So there's no gap. There's no gap. So you see where now the contradiction is. You were from the Shia side. You were, and he found you lost, meaning you were unrecognized by the people, the men. So he guided them to you. There was no, immediately he guided them to you. Can't be, right? In this verse, the way they say it, right? The way they translate, interpret this verse. How can there be an immediate guidance once he found you unrecognized by God? He immediately, like there's no gap in the people knowing, recognizing you. Huh? Once he found you unrecognized by the people, he immediately guided the people to you. No gap, no time gap, no gap at all. How can that? Like it can be possible, even that is beyond my mind. It Some things are beyond spiritual things like quantum physics, but people being recognized because of this so hadda, hadda, right? Guided the people or made you be recognized, unaware of the right, and then directed you to it. No, no, Shia way, not this. Oh my God, just for the people to be immediately recognize you for guidance, right? Of course, them to you, guide them to you. Okay, so immediately guiding the people to you, O Prophet, without a gap. Can that be? Can there be immediate guidance to you, towards you? These unrecognized men, they recognized you immediately, no gap in time. It can't be here. This is time. Yeah, right? You know, time, Imam Jafar Sadiq has defined as the distance between two known events, right? There has to be a gap here in this fa, fa, adda, fahadda, for the people to recognize Prophet Muhammad, to recognize him. I mean, there's a fa here, immediately recognize him. You see, him being light, there can be no gap in him being guided. Okay, they say the Shias, right? So immediately God made Muhammad like made a light that there's no gap. And how they put it, there's just there are. I'm not an expert in like explaining things to you, right? Oh, properly, like, and as an expert, I'm not. Seems like there's something wrong here. Okay, Prophet Muhammad was not guided because he was made of light. From the very beginning, according to Shia Islam, Prophet Muhammad was not guided because he was made of light. Light can never be misguided or need guidance. God has made it like that, right? Made light like that. So there can be no gap. But for the people to recognize him, and they put the fa's meaning as immediate, there's no gap. So there's problems here for the people to recognize them on this surah, ayat. This one, 7, that I keep forgetting. and find you lost and guide. And so they had to change all this, yet the far guide, right? So guide, so guide. People that is unrecognized by man and guide, meaning guide them to you. So there should be no gap here also. No gap. Like it's so immediate, it's far, they say, the Shias, that there is no gap. How can that be? Please tell me. Regarding the people being guided to recognize Prophet Muhammad as he should be recognized, as Allah has made him to recognize, to be as Allah has made him. How can that be? And if he is light and you're not, how can something less than light be recognized? Light is recognized. You really can't recognize light, right? Or you see, you're not light. So what is light? Can you really you are not light. Okay. How can I put it in other words? But you can I put it like you, okay, you recognize it's light, but you're not light. So it just guide him to you, but do you know what light is? It's knowing light and not knowing how. Okay, so no, wait a minute. Okay, I'm trying to work this out. So I'll be making errors and all this online also. Here I am. And so if you have a problem, Muslims, any Muslims, please, do you know how to come in a manner? Please try to come in a manner that so we can, in an honest manner, so that, empaths and this, of course, you know that in Islam, there is something called instincts. God has put these instincts in us. So if there's like in the animals, there's a enemy animal around, then the other animal senses that his enemies around and how he can protect himself. So likewise, like motherly instincts, intuitions, he's put here, right? So I will know, for example, empaths or sensitivity, like that sixth sense. I can know how you come here and what you ask. Don't think we are that dumb that you can make a fool out of us and be dishonest and say, no, I'm the one who's wrong, taking you in the wrong way. Please come as civil, honest human beings, two people who are studying. You can come as, trying to see what she's saying. She's, how can I say, you can come here. And how should you challenge me? Not by giving dishonest ways, right? Why wouldn't you be honest? Because honesty is very important, right, to Allah. If you're not Siddiq, what are you? You are worse creatures that you are. Honesty, then truth, hand in hand. Truth and honesty are hand in hand. So if you're not honest, you will not get the truth. And what then are you in this religion for? Huh? A religion that is not on truth, like truth hurls at falsehood and breaks its neck. Then why are you here? Coming in devious, dubious ways, cunning ways. Why? Then you are not really in this religion for anything but because of, something that this Allah has given you, some power, satisfaction. You are not here for the truth then. And that because your religion is true. If you take dubious ways and deceiving ways, deceptive ways. So this. And another way to show you is this way how it's coming. You see, Shias are wrong here also, right? Surah 33, Ayat 4. Right? I showed you that a prophet has erred, and they're saying, no, no, he hasn't erred. Where can I show you from? See, Surah 33, Ayat 40, Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. However, the wives, right, in another ayat in Surah 33, which will come sixth or seventh ayat in Surah 33, Allah has made his wives the mothers of the believers. Mothers of the believers, right? But he has not made Muhammad the father of any of your men. Of course, not women, because then he won't be able to marry any of the believing women, right? If he was their father. But here it said, your men. Even men, he's not the father of any of your men. Because then the poor women will be left out, right? They can't have Muhammad as their father. They have to have him as their husband. Like he had to marry, and he married how many? 11 women. Anyhow, so what Puya says under this ayat, you see, taking what? Taking the commentary for Surah Al Imran, verse 61, and Al Qathar. But here, Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, annuls the pagans' laws concerning the adopted children. So thank God I came here and found Hakam Medipuyas this way, a tafsir. Now we take this tafsir to Hakam Medipuyas tafsir on Surah 33 ayat 40 that Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, annuls, cancels the pagans' laws concerning the adopted children. So now even this, that, you know, your adopted children, you are not the father of. You are not the father. Then why did Prophet Muhammad say, I am the father of Zaid? Tafsir, your tafsir, Shias, why did Prophet Muhammad say, I am the father of Zaid? Huh? In the pagan way, right? And making the pagans people bear witness to this, not even Allah. Not Allah, but the pagans to bear witness to this. In the market of Akkaz, where to stand? In the market of Akkaz, Zaid bin Harith was being sold as a slave. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The father of Zaid was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son was sold as a slave, he approached Abu Talib to obtain the freedom of Zed from his nephew. The Holy Prophet at once set him free and gave him permission to go with his father. But Zed decided to remain with the Holy Prophet. The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness. Asked the people, not even God. The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness that from that day Zed was his son and he was his father. His father. And then multilingual Quran, Akamedipuya Shia commentary under Surah 33 ayat 40, same Surah ayat 40. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. Annuls the pagans' laws concerning the adopted children, but then moreover, he should not have made Zed his son and called himself the father of Zed. Prophet Muhammad, Shias. So this, but you say he did that. So this is even going against your tafsir, Aka Medipuya, right? And the Quran ayat which says that yours, and this Quran ayat, against this Quran ayat, Surah 33 ayat 40, Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. So never should Muhammad have said that this man, I am the father of. This man I am the father of. And he said, Zaid I am the father of. So that tafsir where he said, Zaid I am the father of, your Shia tafsir goes against this ayat, right? Surah 33 ayat 40. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. So that's also another thing is that he practiced the pagan law of concerning adopted children. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, annuls the pagan's law concerning the adopted children, meaning so moreover another double. You see, a believer can adopt a child and say, I'm the father of this adopted child. I can call him son. He can call me father, but I just don't give him my name according to Islamic, right? Laws. Just that he's not your biological son, they say. But now here, double contradiction. Muhammad is not the father of your men. Not only has he practiced a pagan Arab regarding making Zed his son, but he made he made himself the father of Zed, one of the men, one of your men. So there's a contradiction against Surah 33 at 40, right? In your history, where in the market of Akaz, and afterwards, what happened? Akaz, right? Or Akaz. However, I mispronounced. Akaz, right? Then, even after knowing, there are more contradictions. Knowing the father's name, he gave him his name, gave Zed, the adopted son, his name, and has borne witness, made people bear witness, sorry, that to bear witness, not Allah. So he definitely was a pagan at that time. Sunnis are right. So this part goes with the Sunni side that he didn't know at this time that he was the prophet, right? When he became the father of Zed, one of your men, Shias. So here you're completely wrong. On one hand, even in your tafsir saying you have your you accept this Islamic history that Muhammad made Zaid his son by giving him his name. Moreover, this ayat goes against that. I don't have to explain in detail much. Many mistakes, contradictions. So then remove that tafsir, remove that history which you accept, the one you accept that Muhammad made Zaid his son. And how can you remove it? Right? How can you remove that in history? Because if we go to same surah, ayat 33, your adopted son, 37, sorry, 30, surah 33, ayat 37, then this. Does Allah say that your adopted sons? So Zaid is still his adopted son here, right? And you bestowed favor in your wife and fear Allah. You said, but you conceal what was in yourself. Here also problem. Different, making it different, changing the ayat's meaning was to disclose. Even Shias do this. Shias mostly do this. And you fear the people. Okay. So, and did said from her necessary, we married her to you so that there would be on the believers any discomfort concerning the wives of their adopted sons when they have ended from them the necessary formalities, right? Concerning the believers, no discomfort. Concerning the wives. So it's about the believers so they can still have adopted sons. And then the believer is the father of this adopted son. Many contradictions here. And Prophet Muhammad cannot be a father of any of your men. So he can't be having an adopted son still. Like Prophet Muhammad Allah has given him the right in the Quran to marry more than 4 wives, the right that he's given, he's told the believers only 4 wives you can marry. So a limit for the believers, but unlimited wives for the prophet, right? So that privilege. So Prophet Muhammad cannot be the father even of an adopted son in this way also, right? Because he's not the father of any of your son. And moreover, Akamedi Puyap explains it very clearly. So no way could Prophet Muhammad should have made also taking Surah 33 at 40. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. So for his adopted son even, he cannot be a father, right? He's not the father. So all this is contradictory. In this way also, taking Surah 33 at 40. For Muhammad, he is not the father of any of your sons. Oh, sorry, any of your men. Why do I make these mistakes? Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. Okay. Okay, and so this person comes and tells me I'm doxing him, and I've brought out his maliciously, malicious intent. So please, can you, um, how can I help you? You want to make a case because it's a criminal case to do this. So if you feel I've done this and you want to complain against me, you're more than welcome, right? Let the police get me. I'm in Dubai. You can complain. I will give you, if you come here with your true ID, I'll give you my name, Zahra, and my family name if you come here. I'll give you the city I'm in. Call the, you can also online get the UAE police, Dubai police, all this. Huh? App. Wherever you are, even if you're not in the UAE, right? Please complain to the police, Dubai police, and tell them she lives in Dubai. It's a crime. You must complain. So get all your evidence ready against me, how I've doxed you, how I maliciously, just for no reason, but just malicious intent was there. You'll have to prove to Dubai police, right? Against me. I hope that makes you at least happy that, there's no way a criminal should get malicious intent. Malicious intent is unacceptable. Doxing is unacceptable in the UAE. It's a crime. It should be a cyber crime on social media. So I'm telling you, whether you believe it or not, right? I am Zahra. I can even give you my full name. Father's name, I can give you my great grandfather's name and uh, no, sorry, my father's name, my grandfather's name, my great grandfather's name, and my family name. Okay? There is no, it is unacceptable. Doxing, malicious intent. Any kind of hurt, intentional, right? And persistent, without remorse. It should be one time. Okay, we can say that she's insane, all this. Second time, if you had proven to me here, I would have said straight away go to the police. We've got apps now. You don't have to come to Dubai. You just download this app, right? Download this app. Sorry, it has to be like this. Like I'm trying to get it on the portrait, doesn't go. So, right? And complain. You don't have to. Very convenient. Please complain about any doxing which is done against you on social media, and I'm I I think Dubai police, it's will help you. I'll be, please do this. Never shoot anyone. And if truth be against me and I'm lying, doxing you, please complain to the Dubai police immediately. Just download this application from Play Store, or if you have a smart Android phone device or another, you can download it, right? Even the what iPads or what are they called to those phones, other phones. Please do this soon as possible. Give them evidence. I'm helping you, right? If you don't, like, please provide, you won't be able to fool Dubai police now, right? Or lie to, or do it immediately. This is a serious problem. It should be nipped in the bud. Immediately stopped. If you're in America, Dubai has gone to for this, right? Was it what was it? The Brazil? No, it's South America. Forest, yeah, forest. Amazon. What's it called? I've forgotten. And caught 93 Amazon because of cop UAE. What's the case against the Amazon case? How shall I search it? Please do this immediately. UAE 93. The criminals, or what were they doing? Harm to the Amazon. What's that place? UAE arrests 94 suspects for environmental crimes. Where? Basin. In South America. Now, almost, and the nationalnews.com, almost 100 arrested for environmental crimes in UAE led operation. The UAE has led a major international operation, right? International operation against. UAE can help you. Any crime, cyber, that an Emirati has done against you, you can definitely, you should. I'm an Emirati. I hold an Emirati passport. Resulting in 94 arrests and the seizure of assets valued at more than $64 million. International operation. You're safe inside. It comes as a part of Emirates' wider push on climate action. And in June, leading figures gathered in the UAE to sound the alarm ahead of the next major round of UN climate talks at COP 30 in Brazil, set to take place in November. Majid Al Suwaidi, chief of climate investment vehicle Altera, warned that the talks are up against significant challenges. So, in Brazil, in November, both Brazil and UAE laid out robust NDCs ahead of the initial history made in Dubai, COP 28 in Dubai. So, all this UAE will help you, sir. Narratode, Narratode, what was his name? He came with what name here? Blaming me for this and moreover for doxing. It is a crime I would not do. I've never had a malicious intent in my life against anyone, right? Okay, thank you. And have to go. Thank you for your time and attention. Really appreciate it. Hope we will have not only friendly ecosystem and all this, the environment being friendly, but also human beings being friendly with each other and helping each other, reaching out to each other. Never, never, never dream of harming. And if harm or even harassment, it should be nipped, it should be stopped. Enough. Insults are a crime in the UAE, criminal offense, not a civil offense. So please, lawmakers, countries, leaders, government agency, government, what do you call that? Organizations, please help. Please, let's take a step like this. Reach out to a family member now hurting a person who is unwell, disrespecting, negligent, persistently for years now should be made a crime. Family members, then, if you like, you're supposed to cut off from them. Right? And if you can find someone else to help you, find someone else, because if you need money or a place to stay, you should make that available. You should make that available for those people. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You do this amazing work for go the distance, please. Thank you so much. Would really appreciate it. It would be like a dream come true. Cut off with family members who keep hurting you, not understanding your mental condition, your health conditions. And UAE also has this law, but we can't tolerate. There's tolerance, right? Oh, yeah, before I go. So, tolerance, and there's no tolerance, zero tolerance, like His Highness Sheikh Khalifa late had against corruption. Zero tolerance for corruption. But where's the tolerance here? In the UAE for the people, for different religions, race, creed, all this. Okay, I hope I'm saying this properly and can't show you. I'm tired and keep searching and showing you. I hope this is enough. And now I'm leaving you with the best. I hope this world is harm free, hurt free. Even family members, they're not your family members. If they keep hurting you, God, the crimes and the things, the harm. Once a psychologist, a young lady, is, online on YouTube. I was like, what? The mother has done this, the father has done this to this child, and no action taken even in the Western world. In America, she's an American, or in Europe. What? This is shocking. Okay, I better leave now. I've taken the receiver off, and my voice must be less, right? The sound must be less. I leave you so with this.
We'll be back. Until then, thank you so much.